afternoon, YouTube pipe community. This is New England Pipe Smoker here, back with another video review. This time, as the title states, I'm going to be reviewing Dunhill Flake tobacco. So, let's jump right into it. One of the things that I love about Dunhill is that they're one of those companies that puts an extensive description of the tobaccos on the tins. So when you're in a store looking online or whatever, and you're looking to see if this tobacco is going to fit your flavor profile, or if it's what you're looking for, Dunhill blends are really good with that. So I'm actually going to read to you the tin description that Dunhill puts on there. Dunhill Flake, Virginia pipe tobacco. That's it. Straight and to the point. So I did a little research on this tobacco, obviously, and I'm going to go over with you what the websites say is a tobacco. So it's composed, it is a straight Virginia. There is nothing else in this tobacco. The bright yellow flue-cured tobaccos with red and bronze Virginias, matured under pressure and then sliced into a flake. As I said, it is a straight Virginia tobacco. And I'm going to show you those flakes right now. So here is the Dunhill Flake. The flakes are a little bit bigger than this normally. I just happen to smoke them, most of them already, and this is the biggest one that I have left in terms of a chunk. So the rest have been broken down and smoked already. There is no flavoring detected or put into this tobacco. In regards to this review, everything I smoked or we're talking about will be rubbed out. Fold and stuff method does not work for me. You just can't do it. So everything is rubbed out and packed. It did rub out very easily. It did pack easily. It lit easily, and it stayed lit. I smoked about 50 to 75% of every bowl, and without any relights. And then I would probably usually empty out some of the ash and relight the rest of the way with no problems. It does burn to a fine grayish white ash, and like I said, it stays lit easily. Came out of the tin a little bit moist, as most flakes do. So I let it dry about 15 to 20 minutes. There were some days that I left it out there for about an hour, but that didn't seem to change the moisture content if I left it out an hour or if I left it out 15 to 20 minutes. And I don't know if that the flake just reached the optimal what you're looking for, or is it optimal moisture level, or if it was just so much, it's very humid in southern New England right now, so that could contribute to it as well. So in regards to some other statistics on this blend, I looked at the three major retailers, Pipes and Cigars, Smoking Pipes, and Four Noggins, for the pricing. I only could find it in the 1.7 ounce tin or 50 gram tin. They may sell it in bulk. I just couldn't find it on those three sites, and I didn't look too extensively outside of that. So Pipes and Cigars had it as of this morning at $10.88 a tin. Smoking Pipes had it at $10.68, and Four Noggins had it at $10.89. Where Four Noggins being just a little farther north of me in Vermont, if I'm going to buy it again, I'll probably go through Four Noggins just to support my local companies. So let's talk about this tobacco as the review now. In regards to tobacco, like I said, it is a straight Virginia. There is nothing else added to this. This is not going to be an extensive review because the blend is very one-dimensional. But don't take that as the blend is not good, because the blend is fantastic. I always like the saying of a jack of all trades and a master of none. Many things in life, especially tobaccos too, try to have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and doesn't excel in one particular area. This blend flips that on its head, and it excels at being just a wonderful Virginia tobacco. The tobacco itself is a very high grade tobacco, and it has that natural Virginia characteristics to it. It's that hay, that grass, that lemony scent, and then that sweet Virginia upon the light and the retrohale. In the beginning of the bowls, when it's nice and cool, or with the first light, I would get almost a chocolatey note to it, which would dissipate very quickly though. And then the blend was just one-dimensional going forward. It's tobacco that tastes like tobacco, which I particularly care for. I know a lot of guys who are pipe smokers or cigar smokers, and they are not fond of the taste of just straight tobacco. They like to have it in aromatic, or they like their infused cigars or whatnot. I particularly am one that just likes the taste of tobacco by itself. And this blend is straight tobacco the entire way. Like I said, there is a sweetness to it from the Virginias. You do get, like I said, I do get that chocolate, even when it's right, you know, you're just smoking normally. It's just that sweet Virginia taste to it. The room note wasn't anything horrible. My wife did smell like a cigarette in the back once in a while, but I didn't get that. I got a nice sweetness to it that I particularly liked, especially like the next day. It was still hanging around, and I particularly like that in my back man cave, as you can see where I am now. In regards to the nicotine, I would say light to medium on the nicotine, even though it is a straight Virginia. But however, take that being said, as if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I'm a dipper. And I do about a 10 a day, maybe, give or take right around there. So my tolerance for nicotine will maybe a lot different than your tolerance for nicotine. So take that as it will. Like I said, though, there's not much to really say about it. It's just that everything you read on the reviews on this is spot on. It's just that it's a typical high-grade Virginia that tastes like sweet, wonderful tobacco. I mean, and that's really it. So for me, this was one of my first tobacco blends, Virginia blends, that I smoked. I was as everybody knows, I'm an aromatic smoker. So now that I'm coming over to the Virginia and the vapor side of things, at least trying that different phase out, this was one of my first blends, especially that was straight Virginia. And for me, it was a great transition because it really showed what the Virginia blends can do, what the Virginia tobaccos can do. It was just that it shined for me. I will keep this in my rotation. I'm probably going to buy a couple tins of this, but I'm not going to open them. I'm actually going to cellar them and see what some time does to it. The flakes were already sweet as it is with no aging on it. So I wonder what a year or more could do to the blend. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing with that. So if I haven't said it already, that's the review. I would highly recommend it to anyone who is looking to get into Virginias. It's a high grade Virginia. I highly recommend it in that regards. If you're looking for something that's a little complex and will make you think throughout the blend, then I wouldn't say this is for you. Also, to be careful, as this will bite. Not like a Chihuahua bite. I'm talking like a pit bull bite if you puff it too hard. And I'm a hard puffer, so, it did get hot for me. I did smoke it in my Savinelli 101 billiard and also my Peterson Dalkey 5, which was a bent pipe. Unlike my last review, where I get different smoking characteristics and flavors in the two different pipes, this was pretty universal across both pipes. So that's why I didn't specify one or the other during the review. So like I said, if you're looking for something like a straight natural Virginia, definitely go with this. If you're looking for some more complexity, this would not be your thing. Or if you're new into Virginias, I would say this could be a good transition blend for you. It's a little pricey at almost $11 a tin plus shipping, but it's something that I feel is worth it. So if I haven't mentioned already, like I said, I backtrack a little bit. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I appreciate all your comments, suggestions. I appreciate my subscribers who have been with me for, since the beginning or coming along. And then, commenting back and forth now. And I'm starting to build a rapport with a lot of these different presenters that I'm now starting to go back and forth with now. So I really appreciate the camaraderie and the friendship in the YouTube pipe community. So guys, like I said, comments, suggestions, always greatly appreciated and welcomed here on my channel. I will be trying to get out a tin opening in this week. I've just been so busy with work and backed up. So look for a tin opening in the next week, I would think. And then I wouldn't think I would have any tobacco reviews coming up for another couple weeks, as whatever I'm going to open next is probably what I'm going to review. Because for me, it's going to be the next, this is considered, I consider this a mild Virginia. So I'm going to move into something a little more medium to fuller strength tobacco. So I think that'll be my next review, eventually building up to the Elizabethan mixture or something along those lines, because I heard that is high in vitamin N, and that's going to be a strong vapor. And I have smoked it, and you know, it's a powerful blend, but I'll get into my feelings about that and you know, later on. So whatever I open up next, I'll probably be the review, probably 2-3 weeks after that. So look for a tin opening in this week if I can get it done and edited and the minimal editing that I know how to do. And then also look for probably a Sunday pipe chat coming up. I'm doing a Father's Day clam boil this weekend. I do my own homemade clam boil, and I can go over that probably on my Sunday pipe chat and kind of have some pictures and probably some stories from that day. So once again, as always, this is New England Pipe Smoker, and I hope you guys liked the review. Please, if it sucked, tell me. If it was good, tell me what you liked so I can, you know, keep replicating this. And thank you, and have a good one.